The human species is a miracle of evolution, with so many different skin tones, hair hues, and facial traits. But what if we all elected to keep our inherited characteristics? What if tomorrow everyone started inbreeding? Although today's daytime talk programs focus on inbreeding, it was previously a widespread practice among aristocracy. Prince Charles II of Spain was born in 1661 to uncle and niece parents. He was the product of centuries of inbreeding, unable to talk until he was 4 and walk until he was 8. His familial background rendered Charles II more inbred genetically than a kid born to a brother and sister. So, if we all started inbreeding, let's first clear up any misunderstandings. When two close relatives have a kid together, this is known as inbreeding. When there were few individuals on the globe, early humans used inbreeding to live. But 75,000 years ago, mankind was on the verge of extinction. The Toba volcano in Indonesia exploded 75,000 years ago with the intensity of a nuclear bomb. Debris and clouds blocked out the sky for over 6 years, throwing Earth into an ice age. It was on the verge of wiping humanity off the face of the planet. There are just 1,000 breeding pairs of humans remaining, according to geneticist Dr. Barry STARR. Because there were so few individuals remaining, mankind was compelled to repopulate with whoever was still living. And this frequently includes your own family. As a result, we're all a little inbred to some level. However, that 0.1% variation in our DNA is really significant. And if we chose to maintain our family characteristics inside our families, we may end up causing serious harm to our genomes. Let's investigate further. Each cell's nucleus contains 23 pairs of structured DNA called chromosomes. Every chromosomal pair also carries a copy of each parent's genes. Some animals are bred for desirable characteristics. Your dog's lovable, floppy ears might be the result of inbreeding. However, the effects in humans may not be as adorable or desired. If you mate with someone who carries the same defective genes as you, your kid may acquire a variety of physical issues. In fact, first cousins have an 8% probability of having a kid that is born with a disability. Cystic fibrosis, a blood disorder, or even cardiac difficulties might affect your children. However, the true harm would be done years later. With less variation in your gene pool, your body may find it more difficult to adapt to changes in the environment. Inbreeding may have led the Neanderthals to become extinct, according to researchers from Eindhoven University of Technology. According to simulations, this early form of humanity lived in tiny groups. Their faulty DNA led their birth rates to drop, eventually leading to extinction. And if our descendants are unable to adjust quickly, their children may die at a higher rate than ours. You'll need to breed deeper down your family tree if you want to reduce the chances of it happening. A study of Icelandic couples revealed that individuals who married a third cousin had more offspring than couples who had never married before. Let's be clear about something. Inbreeding does not produce poor genes. If you and your spouse both have the same harmful gene, your child is more likely to inherit it. However, if neither parent has the same genetic mutation, their chances of having a healthy kid are the same as those of a non-related pair. If we all start inbreeding and parents become more conscious of the dangers to their offspring, the womb may be more closely monitored. Parents may also pick who their children marry depending on their family members' genetic features. Generations of children's love lives might be planned before they are even born. You need more genetic counselors and medical specialists to cope with the hereditary illnesses that would be passed on to the offspring because you'd all be marrying within your family. Would you take better care of yourself if you were more aware of the issues you may pass down to your children? We can't prevent being born with a genetic issue. We also have no influence over who our parents are. However, you may limit your alcohol consumption, eat healthier foods, or even take a vitamin every now and again. While some individuals believe that inbreeding will help to preserve a culture or specific qualities, it may have the opposite impact. And as the Neanderthals discovered, if there isn't enough cultural variety, certain genetic features will simply die out. If anything causes our population to drop dramatically, we may have to reconsider inbreeding. What if the world's population was reduced to 1,000 people? That'll have to wait for another What IF.
you.